on the gear for some reason. That's cool. Right. I just thought I'd stick the camera on. You can have a enjoy this one now, if you can see that. Right, that is one of the shoulder pin bar, if you like, but it is a bolt. Yeah, there's 4 of those on either side of this wonderful Mudmaster. I don't know if you can see that at all, because it's got a light on there. I don't remember putting the light on. Anyway, it brightens it up a bit, I suppose. So, this is the Casio G-Shock. It is the GG-B100 Mudmaster. It's just arrived, and I'm having a bit of a play with this one. I'm going to investigate on how this comes apart. So far, not too bad. I've noticed that these shoulder protectors obviously are fastened in by these, right? Which then there's obviously something in the centre of the strap itself, right? Right inside, which is like must be a tube that these screw into. But as you, I mean, look at that, right? Yes, I know, it's all full of snot and shit. But as you can see, right, if I flip it around that way so you can read the back as well, right, and you just get your noggle in there. If you, each corner, top there, there's 4 screws, right? So those have got to come out, but that's what I'm trying to get at. That holds the back in place. At least I hope it holds the back in place. I'm looking at the moment to see if I can find underneath all this debris what I've got to do to fetch the strap out, right? But I'm not seeing anything yet. Those 4 screws, I thought they might be part of it so that it holds the part of the strap in as well as the back as well, because I have had some straps that do that, but I've got to try and fish all this grunge out of here first to find out whether that's the case, but I don't think it is. So, no, it does not like it. So somewhere amongst all this yak, there's going to be somewhere to get either a pin bar out of it to release this strap from it. But do you think, I mean, look at that, right? That there is years of crap that's congealed underneath these shoulder guards. But it's been built well, that's for sure. It's been built very well. I'm not seeing anything yet though. Yeah, I must admit, when you see things like this, I mean, yes, okay, it's grotty, it's absolutely, yeah. But what that tells me is that somebody has wore the shit out of this watch, and they have done all sorts of crap with it, right? They've wore that for some years. They've got to have done to get that grungy, right? So, as I'm taking all this stuff off here, I mean, who knows what they've done, right? Who knows what stories that this watch could tell if it could actually speak, right? It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah, remember that size, that one. Mud resist, that's the bottom. So remember, that's the bottom. I can't take that one off because it's trapped, right? But we can remove all this crud. Oh, we've even got bugs in here, look. Hang on a minute. Yeah. I don't know what that was, but it didn't look very healthy. Got to be careful of that. It could have been anything from head lice to anything nasty as well. Because I mean, look at all this here. It could be anything in there. You just don't know. But, I just had a creepy crawly come out of it, for God's sake. looked like a bit of a lice, to be honest with you. Better be careful. I don't see any more creepy crawlies though. Unless all these little speckly bits here are eggs. Can you imagine? Oh my god, that'd be terrible. Yeah. Alright, let's continue with this. I'll try and get all that off if I can. Yeah, you certainly don't want to be scratching your face or furking with your eyes or anything like that when you've got all that debris. You certainly don't, because you just don't know. Right, if I pop that there for a sec. First, let's get rid of this. Dettol. Dettol. Can't believe that's the very first time I've ever had a creepy crawly come out of a watch. How about that? Didn't even think that was possible. Right. Don't worry, this is just me doing this for my preference really, because while I'm handling it, I keep an eye on what's coming out and what ain't. Yeah. Sweet. So, what's the next step we got then? So, somewhere there's got to be, I wonder if it's in there, because there's a little mark there, but it's full of crap, I can't really see it. Let's have a look. No, it's just dirt. Now, I wonder if I can, what do I need? I want, let me push it. Let's just see if it'll, no, that don't do it either. Will that fit? That push, it's not going to push through that end, is it? There's got to be a way. It's, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Right, so these two parts here and these two parts at the top, bottom and at the top, right? Get it right in a minute. It looks like, as I just tweaked that these move. So I think that these have got to come off, which then will reveal something up here. Right, so let's have a look at that, shall we? But first we do that. Before we do that, we will remove all this debris out of there, because of course it makes life a bit easier if you can get your tool in there. Oh, by the way, this is not your standard tool, as in a standard watch tool. This is a Allen key. Alright, Allen key fitting. So I'll show you in a minute if it's the right size. That is, I might have to change the size behind you, because I've had to use that to get in there, but it might be a bit big. Yeah, so I have to drop that down. My wonderful array of bits and pieces. Take that one out, put that one there. I think it might be this one. See, we'll look. Yep, there we go. Allen key piece, right? Key piece, whatever. Now, if we take that off, we being me and you lot, right? This is the discovery on how to strip down G-Shock Mudmaster. Okay, now I'm going to assume, I know I shouldn't, but I am. There we are, off they come. Right, so those are anchor points for the case. Right, anchor points. Now, does that release the strap now? Does it come off? Oh, hang on. Oh, the see. Now I've moved that. Can you see that little glint there? Look, right. I reckon that's a pin bar of some description. Where's my pusher? Let's have a look. See which way it goes. Okay, so there's one this side as well. Right, so what do you do then? Because you can't be there for the fun of it. No, that didn't work very well, did it? What are you then, I wonder? I've got a funny feeling that that's got something to do with it, but there's also these little black tabs here, right? I'm not sure what them are for, unless that's part of the case, which it could be, but why? I don't want to force it because that's when you start to break shit, right? I do think that that is going through the whole thing, that is. I really do. So what do we do to get that off there then? And why would you have that little slot? What's that for? Does it? Oh, hang on. Ooh, that's what the slot's for. Ha ha ha! See? When you keep prodding and messing and poking, you figure shit out. So that's what that slot's for, is it? Ha! How about that? Remember that one in there, right? So this one, I'll use a screwdriver. That one's got a short, smaller end. So screwdriver, lift that out. Are you watching this? Right? You're gonna have to remember this shit when I'm done. So there you go. Now then, hallelujah! How about that? Wow. Right, let's just recap, shall we? Okay, right. To get the strap off, and this is just the one side, right? We have had to undo. Right, we'll split these up. So where's the other one disappeared to now? Come on, oh, there it is. So we'll put them two to one side. So we've had, just for one side of the strap, just for one side, right? We have had to do, right, 2 long bolts at the side, which releases this shoulder part, right? Then we've had to take 2 more bolts, right, off the retaining caps, right, for the edges, okay? Yeah, you with me so far? Right, to get them out of the way. And then, just for shits and giggles, we have had to take 2 of these out, one either side, from out of those tiny little holes there. Right, can you see that there? Yeah. Just to release this strap. Now talk about making sure that that shit doesn't break. How about that? So we're gonna have to do the same for this side now. Where's my thing gone? Here we are. Right. Right, take those off. That's the bottom. Does it really matter? Do they go on either way, or they actually? Maybe. Well, we'll put that as bottom, but I don't think it really matters. Does you see any markings on there at all? No. I don't think it'll matter. They'll go opposites anyway, so we ain't got to worry about that, I don't think, to be fair. So, now we've got them out the way. screwdriver, these little tabs here, or should we say rods. I would call these are pin shafts. These are. That's the only thing I could say they are, because of actually it is a rod, but I don't know if you can actually just about see that. Can you see that little reset that's been turned into the end of the shaft, so as you can poke your screwdriver over it and pull it out? That's pretty clever, really. I mean, that's thinking way outside the box, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? But whatever you do, don't fucking lose them. Right, so we've now got straps off. Right. The next step, I want to disassemble this case, and I want to put a battery in it, because I want to find out to see if it works. Oh, and as a side note, I'll give you a couple of minutes, but I want you to, without cheating, right, have a guess how much the replacement strap is for this Mudmaster. Let me just take this back off, and when I took the back off, I will tell you. Okay, right, let's pop this back off, and we will reveal. Oh, look at that. Not only has it got that's a protector, that is, that goes over that. That's pretty sweet there, isn't it? I like that. That's the module. Tways as a second, so I can grab hold of that. Come out your bugger. Look at that for a gasket. Oh dear. Right then, so what I want to do is lift off that, because I don't need that for now, so I can go over the other way. I want that. Now, I would have thought that this might have been a solar powered watch, but apparently it's not. So if I grab hold of that a minute, so I'll see what I'm doing. I want the little edge there, pop that up, fetch the battery out, which is probably stuck to the back of this sticker. It normally is. Use that instead, I think. Come on, off you come. There we go. Right. It's a CR 2025. That's what it is. So, before I do anything else, I need to stick a CR 2025 in here, which I have more than that, let's put it that way. There's one there as well. Cool. Right. Here we go. Fresh battery, nice and spindly. Right, shove you in there. Come on, in you go. Right, clip that in place, clipped, reset. Now when you reset these, regardless to whether it turns on straight away or not, you have to reset them. So, if you can see that at all, right, just there, the end of my tweezer bit is AC. Well, just above it there's a little terminal that you use your tweezers on, and you touch that contact and the back of the watch, hold it down for a second or two, and then it should run. Okay, as the screen there is flashing, you see it, that means that it actually works. So I can probably start calibrating it and doing whatever I've got to do with it, but you know, I see it is working, which is nice to know. I'll have to go through the instructions on it, So we are running, it's working. It says Thursday the 1st of the 1st. So there you go. Now the difficult part of this particular model, if you see these here, because that there is probably a barometer of some description or some sort of either a temperature or whatever it is. I'm not quite sure because I've not really looked into it yet fully, but I've got to take that apart before I can take the module out, because the module is screwed to the back of that, and that's going to be a right git. So now I know that that works, I'm going to try and disassemble it. And I'm going to disassemble it not knowing what I'm doing. Right, you can get out of there. It's safe as houses. Pop you back in there now. That'll do. Right, so we know that that one's okay. That one's dead, so that can stick in my bin. Right then, because I've got to get this apart so I can clean it. I'm trying to figure that out first. So there's screws there. Now, does that pop off the board? Does it come out as one, or do I have to disassemble it while it's in there? No, it definitely comes out as one, that does. But how the hell did you get that off there? Or do you? I think it's no, I don't think that comes out. Or does it? Do we have to disassemble the thing? I wonder if I see. I'm looking at it and I think what this might actually do is flip up like that, so that you can then get your tool into there to unscrew that back plate to take the sensor off. There's screws on the back of that as well, you see, which I'm a bit oh, do I have to? Yes, you do yourself, Karen, get on with it. Come on. Out you come. Yeah, not looking forward to this, I'll do that now. Especially when feeding bugs are crawling out of it. Okay, so we got that. So that, does that come off now? It does, gently does it. So there's the sensor, right, see it? And that's the case cover. So we can take that off. It looks like it's, I would say that is formed into the plastic, so I haven't got to worry about that too much. But when I come to cleaning it though, I've got to take extra care around this area, and we'll see. Oh man, this is nerve-wracking. This is absolutely nerve-wracking. So I need to get that up and off out of there, don't I? Let's have a look. Nice and steady. Does anybody else want to have a go at this? Because I'm scared shitless. One wrong move and I'll buggered it. Right, so yep, that's what you got to do. So then now, without slipping, I've got to stick my screwdriver in there to take that plate out. Look, if you'd rather do this and to prevent me from doing it, you can come and have a go, because I'm bricking it right now, I tell you, because this is delicate shit. Right, let me just I don't like it. I don't like it. Right, that's the one out. And that's the other one out. Okay, tweezers. Let's grab out the screws. Come on. I've got one. Two. Now the plate. Come here, bugger. Got the plate. Now the sensor. Oh no, come on. Shit, how does the sensor come out? Is that glued in? Oh man. God damn it. It ain't glued in, surely not. It's never that simple, is it? Never that bloody simple. I don't know. Oh, it's got a little rubber grommet round it, you son of a cack bag. Oh, man. Right, stay there, don't move. Right then, okay, so. Oh, man. The sweat's running down me back, right into me crack. Shit. Anyway, after that, I'm going. So, give me a minute. I'm going to give all this shit a clean. I'll be back shortly. There we go. Right then. A bunch of watch debris. Okay, you see that? All of these little bits and pieces. See, it looks a little bit fresher now, doesn't it? It's been a while, probably be about half an hour or so, because I have to put that. Don't judge. I have to put that on the radiator, and obviously the heating had gone off, so I had to put the heating back on, but I had to put that on the radiator so that it dries out the inside properly. I do dry it off inside with a tissue to get all the moisture and little bits of water residue up inside those cracks, but it's always best to leave it on the radiator for about half an hour just to heat it up, get rid of all the moisture and what have you. I found that this came off when I was disassembling it, so that was fun. That goes on there as well. This sensor part there, well, that little centre bit there, that actually comes out as well, and I found that that comes out, so I had to pop that back in. But now this is time for the painful part, and the painful part is putting the darn thing back together again. But it's turned out quite good. I mean it's not that bad, to be honest with you. It's relatively clean. You know, I can't see any more nasties. I've got no bugs and shit crawling out of it anymore, so there is that, I suppose. I mean, that's the back. I mean, that's not too bad, is it, really? Turned out all right. These are the shoulders, or the shoulder protectors. They're all right. They've come out all right, haven't they? All right, so, and then you've got the outer bezel. These are the little guards as well. Oh, then they've turned out all right. So, yeah. And all I do with this particular part is just a toothbrush and some washing up liquid in very hot water. Hence the state of my hands are all dry and shit now. But the painful part now is putting the pig bagging module back in. Even looked after that as well. That stayed as well. I was quite cool about that. It was pretty good. But there's no residue left inside that little hole there, so we're all right. I've just got to try. I'm scared now. I'm literally bricking it. Because if I try and figure out a way of getting that push back in there without effing it up. Right, so I don't know, I just feel like this. It's got no choice but to go that way, right? Because it flips over. So what I'm thinking is that if I delicately and gingerly, oh, here we go. This is what I can use, isn't it? So I'll use that, right? If I use that and if I hack the end off, just like that. This is a nice piece of card, so we can use that as a prodding tool. And because my hands are so bloody dry, it's slipping now. It's going to be a gip bag in it, this, isn't it? So hopefully, fingers crossed. It went in straight away, dude. Wicked. Right, so we got that. Now, for the next challenge, I forgot to take them with me. I've got to take them down in a minute. I want that. So this little plate here, if I can get hold of it, has got to go on there. So I'm going to try and think. I have a feeling it goes in, if I remember rightly, that way. Right. Come on now. Just like that, right? And then these little tiny ones, these tiny screws here, they go on there. Now I've got to be careful, because that ribbon is going to be fragile to a, it won't be like, you know, break just by breathing on it, but it's not going to like being twisted and jumped on. Right, so obviously I've got to be a little bit, you know, steady. Don't rush these silly things. And besides, because I haven't actually done this before on this model of watch, I am trying to be vigilant of what I'm doing, take my time, because not only am I doing this for the first time, I'm also learning as I go, right? Oh, why won't you stand up? What's going on with you? Hang on, we've sussed it. Okay. Right, so now that the module is now attached to that, I'm going to swing that back over now and put that in, right? So, gently does it. You've got to force these things, just take your time. Now, I don't know if you can actually see that, but where the pusher goes through the case, right, it can catch out to the terminal little paddles. So all you have to do with that is if you get yourself a titty little screwdriver, and you can then furk the little contact panels back out the way and slide the module back in place, right, like that. So once you go so far, you can be fine, okay, making sure that all of these are out the way. So we've got, let's just check these two as well, make sure we haven't got them trapped. Nope. Check this last one. Nope, not trapped. We should be in, right? And there you have it. Okay, pretty damn cool, that, isn't it? It's turned out quite well, hasn't it, when you think about it? Especially when it was crawling with pigging bugs. I reckon that was either a head lice or it was a crab. Not the ones at the seaside either. But anyway, it was disgusting, let's put it that way. Right, so now that we've got that, I've got to reassemble obviously this part. Now, I've thought about it, and I don't know whether I ought to, which way is that going to go? That way, there you go. Because this had a couple of little blobs of double-sided sticky tape, right? But because it's got these locks on here, right, which they sit on there, I don't know if I'm going to be bothered with that, to be honest with you, but these are quite flexible. So this is the double-sided sticky tape. Ta-da! So what I'm going to do, because I only need some small strips, and they don't need to be very big either. So this is where the fun gets, because that's the first one. Now, do I try and stick it on there, or do I stick it on there? So at 12 o'clock, we'll put one there, or as close to it as we can. Just like that. Don't worry about that, we'll be fine. So now we need to put one at 3, 9, 6. So get some more. Right, now, will this work? Who knows? But if I agitate that enough, it will take the cover off and leave the sticky bit where the sticky bit's supposed to be. Come on, that's it, bugger off out there. Well, this one here. Is this one going to be the letdown? Just seems like I've got a bit of an anomaly there. I'm hoping it'll cover that up. Anywho, yep. Come on out. Right, so we got that bit. Right, then for my next task, make sure I got this the right way up. Chuck it on the top of it like that. And then hopefully I'll push that down. It should. Yep. That's got it enough. I mean, it hasn't got to be a major. It certainly wasn't originally, so it was just a little bit just to hold that in place, I'd imagine, while they assembled it all. So I've done the same. So now we've got that bit. So what I can do next is pop the battery in it. All right. somebody's trying to say. You're touching the contacts with your fingers, you'll flatten the battery. No, you won't. So that's that done. So we do another reset again, right? So contact, touch the back, let go, flip it over, and it's got this flashing away merrily. So it's done its thing. So the what would it be? We've got over. So normally that's the adjust. So if we look at the back, has it got it labelled on there at all? No. Anyway, just the usual. Press the top one, flick it round, and away we go. Right, we'll leave that tickety-booing, and then we can pop the gasket back in. And I think I'm safe to say, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think I can get that put in the wrong way around. Do you? Now, this is the module protector. It also acts as like a bit of a signal thing, I think, because, now again, I'm only guessing, so I don't really know this watch that well. I think it's got something to do with the compass, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, put that in there. Okay, so we've got that on. And then we can pop the back on, but making sure... yeah, I'll pretend I didn't do that. Making sure that you know which way is up, right? Because there's nothing worse than having the back of the watch the wrong way. And trust me, I have come across dozens upon dozens where the back has been put on wrong and it doesn't work properly. Blah, blah, bloody blah. Right, this what we got here. Yeah, what's up with you? Okay, right. Making sure it's seated properly, but it's not seating there for some reason. Anyway, right, so this is the top. So flip that round, pop the back on. Like so. Wow. Press the button and the light comes on. How about that? Sweet. So now that the top there, and if I rotate it over, the Casio logo is at the top. Right, so now we need to do the studs and stuff, don't we? My stomach is going stupid. Good grief. I'm going to have to go and do these. I forgot, so I'm going to have to go and do them now. So I will be back shortly. Give me a minute. Right, we are now back. I'll give the all the screws a good screw in, and hopefully everything's all right. I did panic a minute because one of these ones wasn't in the bag. It was hiding on the desk up here, so yes, I did panic because I thought I'd sent the fucker down the plug hole. Anywho, let's put these back in now. You don't have to, right? This is just what I do, right? So, get on there, you git. We'll put the first one in, right? And then I like to rotate the watch round so it's at the other corner, right? I do this because I just do. There's no right or wrong way, but for me, I do it this way because it feels like it sort of balances out the back, right? So it stabilises it, and then we can start putting the other ones in. Okay. Now I'm picking them up with tweezers, even though they are quite big and bulky, but it's just so that I've got more accuracy. It's not because I'm being pedantic, it's just the fact it's easy to put them in the holes, that's all. Nice. Okay, so I'm I'll be much happier with this back nailed down fully, so that now I've got total control over that now. Okay, oh, look at that, time's ticking away merrily. Anyway, so one of the things I need to put on first is this sensor side. So if I I'm just gonna gently try and wipe that and free it of all grease. Right, okay. So now this has got to sit on there, okay? But I just got to make sure that that little plate it's inside there doesn't fall out. Okay, so we got that. Now those screws are these two here, right? But before I do that, I just wanna oh, give me a second or two. Right, so if I it is those two, isn't it? Yeah, because I'm going to put them inside of here. Right, this is what I tend to do. I'll screw in and unscrew, screw, unscrew. What that does, it just cleans up the inside and all the thread and whatever. Right, it's just for me. I just do it because I'm, you know, because why not? You know what I mean? Why the F not? So that's the first one in. Nice and steady. Come on. You can pretty much feel it stop, so you won't get too far. Not unless you're an heavy-handed shitbag and then you're knackered. Right, so unscrew, screw, unscrew, give it a wipe off, and then you're happy with that one. And then we can stick that in there, and then tighten that one up. There you are, it's the stop. Oop. There we go. Oh, my compass is working. That's the altimeter. Ooh, let me go back onto time. This is going to have some funky functions in it, this one. I can see it coming. And yet I've got to try and understand how they work. Oh, that's going to be fun. Right, so the next trick is now to assemble the straps, right? So, just in case you was wondering, how do you do this, right? Well, I don't know, because this is my first time of doing this. I've undone it, but now I've got to put it back together again. So, when you have a strap that's like this, whether it be resin, silicone, leather, just as a tip, as you understand, the buckle always goes at 12 o'clock. Remember that? Buckle, 12 o'clock. You got me? Right. So, we need to put that on there, like so. And then, I think just for my peace of mind once again, I'm going to put these in here, and I'm just going to do the like so. And then we've got to pop those into those little holes, like that. See that there, look? Little hole there. And my stomach's going absolutely nuts. Yeah, I know. I like chocolate. So that goes in there, right? It's bloody clever, that. I'll tell you what, I am impressed with that. A silly little thing like that, but that is just excellent. So we duck that side in. Next one. Nice and clean. So then we put that one like so. Oh, yeah, it's that clean, it's fell out. Ha! Sweet. Right, so in that case, we've got to be careful with those, if they're going to fall out. Pop it in the side like that. So we've got that there. So then now we want to put these on, right? So I have noticed that they will go in whichever way, as in that one there will also fit on the bottom opposite corner, right? So you ain't got to worry about that too much, okay? So that one there can go there. All right, so there you've got them in there. Next thing to do is these, okay? So those have got to go in there. So we need a little tool, this one here. So the first one, again, you can feel the stop. You ain't going to go too far. You haven't got to jump on the damn things because, yes, okay, it's all well built, but if you go too much, mate, you can overdo it. So put that on there like that. Yeah, perfect. Now what that has done now, which is obvious, where this lug is here, right, it's covering that little shaft, so it stops it from falling out, which is bloody great. I love that idea. Fantastic. Right, so now I want to have a look at these because these are weird. Now, are these all identical, or are they equally different in how they look the same? So what we need to do now is pop in, and it's true. I tell you what, it's true. Does that go in like that? It really does. So I'm thinking that must bite on there then, because that's not really like a machiney type. This is more like a cutting thread. So, and I need, actually what I'll do first, I won't do that yet. What I'll do, I think I can get away with it. Right, so if I want this, and then I want that. So that has got to go that way, like so. Do we need that yet? No, we don't need that yet. Don't need that yet. But we do need these. So if I grab out of this pin here, and once again give it a bit of a, like so, and then pop that in there like that, and grab out the other one. They seem to have migrated further up the desk for some unknown reason. See, nice and tidy, keeps it good and clean. Don't need that for now. Might pop that one in this side, okay, and then using the little guards we can put these guards on. Okay, so we now need that one. I'll have to hold this and hope that I don't knock it off at the same time. Shut up, stomach. I've had enough of you now already. You're doing me head in. Right, stop. Next one, pop you on there to retain that little pin. This is really cool. This is really cool. I'm so glad I got this. Okay, so there we are. So now we've got the, even though it's part of the shock resistance side, it also serves a purpose as it retains those two little shafts with this lug. That is so cool, so cool. So now we'll grab out the shoulder guards, pop that in there like that, and that should slide over there. And now we're going to put these in, and these go in. Oh no, hang on, hold the phone. Need to do a tool swap. or should I say a bit end swap for a bigger one for these. Where are you? There we go. So it just amazes me the fact you've got these great big bolts. Right. I think that should be enough. Okay, next one. It just amazes me, really. It really does. Oh dear, keep going, 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 and that should be enough, I think. Like I say, you can feel it. Keep going, keep going, keep going, and that'll do, I think. We got that. And this one is the last one. And there you go. Shut up! For goodness sake. Right, keep going, keep going, keep going. That'll do. There we are. And that, ladles and jelly spoons, is a Mudmaster Casio G-Shock GGB100. I don't know if there's any more letters after that. Is that? No, that's it. So it is. The module is 5594, I think that says. Yep. With a carbon core guard. Yep. So there you go. My next challenge will be to have a look to see how awkward it is to actually set this damn thing. Right, because that's my next challenge, is to get this set. Right, so what do you reckon? Good, bad, ugly? Did I do all right, do you think, considering? Now, before I leave, I will tell you this much. I paid, with what else came with this, let me just show you, hang on a minute. With that, right, so with that came that, right, Casio Wave Scepter. That's, I'm almost nearly, but not quite sure, but I think that would either going to be the late 90s, possibly early 2000s. And then I had that come with it, which is a chintzy knockoff something bag of rubbish. And then I had that as well, right? Again, those two there, if you was going to buy them from a shop, it'd be more of a novelty thing, so it'd cost you probably about 15 quid at a push. And the same with this thing here. I mean, yes, okay, it's analog, it's also got the what's things the other way around, sorry, it's digital display as well, but it's nothing special. I mean, I'd say you'd probably pay about pushing 20 quid if you're lucky, you know what I mean? But me personally, I wouldn't even pay that for it. I mean, I might say I'll give you £2.50, you know what I mean? But those two there, absolutely irrelevant, right? Those go in the what I call the junk part box. I don't even bother with things like that because they're not worth anything. So that's what they do. But as for this one, because this is obviously a Casio and I'm a Casio collector, I won't do anything with that, but I am going to try and source a new strap. But because this is not just a generic strap, it's got these little retaining clips here that you have to take off to lift the strap end out of the shoulder. I haven't got one of those, I don't think. So, and I have been looking to see if I can find a strap for it. I might have a look in my bits, because I've got probably about, I don't know, a couple of dozen straps anyway. But I don't think I've got a strap for this. I really don't. So I have looked, can't find one, not yet anyway, but I shall keep looking just in case I do. This one's a WVA 106HU but sadly can't get a strap for it at the moment. Whereas this one, the Mudmaster, that one I can get a strap for it, and like I was going to say at the start of this, how much was the strap for this to replace? £76 and change. Why? Probably because this particular watch is a 300 and something. I think they've retailed at 350, somewhere up to, even up towards the £400 mark. So to bear that in mind, with those junk watches that you've just seen, plus this other Casio, I paid a whopping £45 for this lot. So when you break that down, £12. £12 for something that somebody went, okay, the battery's dead, can't use it. And you'll probably find is that as you've watched this video, how awkward it is to actually change that battery. So you would take it to a jeweler, more than likely would have no fucking clue on how to strip it down, but you would hope that they would do what I did and take their time and be patient with it, right? But look at the absolute mechanics of having to get this apart just to put a battery in it, right? It is absolutely incredible. I'm telling you, it really is incredible. But I've enjoyed the journey, and I hope you have too. So I'm going to go now, sit down, watch a bit of telly, and that's it. And I'm going to go and play with the instructions on this now and see how it works. So wish me luck. Toodle pip. Ta-da.